wrong with it. Like, there's just way too many heroes to ban out if you have an IO. Because you can't just go anywhere. It could even be an offlane IO that OG played a lot of TI. Very versatile.
Seems unlikely. I've not seen Collapse play an offlane IO, but perhaps. I mean, he's got a large enough hero pool, and we did see him expand that pool a little bit last on Monday. So, whatever we can see.
It is Radiant's
Invoker, one of BMZ's classic heroes. I want to talk a bit about BMZ actually, because we saw him in the match on in the DPC absolutely destroy Miracle in the mid lane. It's so impressive as a mid lane hero to do really, really well like that against an old and experienced player like Miracle.
I mean, he also really put the fight to no one when in that Lina Lash matchup. Like he doubled his CS, doubled his denies, and I mean he is, when it comes to just pure laning, he's definitely one of the top dogs right now, and like in the world probably. So mechanically gifted.
What picks would you like to see Spirit pick up here into the next round, B-Cop?
I'm trying to figure out what they're going to do with Miposhka and if he's going to find himself on the IO, because they banned Weaver and Bane, which is two of the picks that Miposhka's really been liking recently for OG, and like they banned those out, and Miposhka in these fights, he's so important for Spirit. Like him on his Bane is just the most impressive thing to watch. So I'm really waiting to see what they want to pull out for Miposhka and if it's going to end up being that IO, because again, I'm biased. I'm a support player. And he's like my guy to watch always. It's like, oh no, Collapse, oh yeah, Toronto, Tokyo. It's like, no, Miposhka. I always watch him. It's like when I pay attention when like X Nova was on LGD, and like the thing you talked about the most was like his warding was crazy, and everybody would watch X Nova for his warding. I watched Miposhka for like not only his warding, but his team fight is like so on point, making sure he can save people, especially on that Bane. So I'm kind of wondering what he's gonna throw out there coming in next.
Do you think those OG bans are Collapse targeted? Is that an offlane Kunker ban, or are they looking to ban it? Because they banned out the OG just now, which is a classic Collapse hero. Well, not a classic, it's a new one of the newer Collapse heroes.
Yeah, the offlane pool seems a little small, but I mean, it's Collapse. He probably is well prepared for situations like these. There's still Necrophos. There's still Slaughter.
10 seconds.
The Chaos Knight could be even like a Doombringer.
There's still the Tide as well. They banned out.
Tide, yeah. This is really strong against Tidehunter, so we'll see. Man, this OG teamfight right now looks really scary. Arena, Kisses, and Disruptor ult is so hard to fight into.
It's a lot of circles.
Yeah, we all love our circles.
OG
Classic.
should have a lot of options here for BZM, because he's the last 8 matches he's played eight different heroes.
Yeah. I mean, against Storm,
that hero pool.
What's going on? Ember is pretty decent against Storm. I could just pull out the Lina. A little bit more risky though.
But they've banned out the Ember, so they've banned out Ember.
Oh, Ember's actually banned already. Yeah.
Ember,
So,
Invoker, Puck. Three things
Those
he's played
missing,
in
what
those
would you like? Void Spirit still in the pool?
Void Spirit still in the pool, yeah. Like Storm Spirit seems to be exactly what we need to know. Like, it's all well team fight, but no, and this early Storm pickup really like open the map up really nicely.
Legion
you get
Commander.
a solo kill here and there. IO can relocate in. Oh, there's a Collapse hero. Could be paired with the IO. Doesn't have to be.
BZM went.
Go ahead, sorry.
BZM went Lina in that first game against Na'Vi, right? So is that an option, Black? I feel like that might
it is
burst
like,
damage. Like it's
it gives Storm a lot of problems too. So it's definitely an option, and it goes very well with Mars, Snapfire, and Disruptor, because they can easily protect the front line. So yeah, Lina definitely an option. Leshrac could be an option as well, because they don't really have the most tower damage right now.
If you're OG, do you look to pick up your mid hero in this phase? Just because there's so many mid heroes already banned out that if they delay, it feels like there's going to be a very small pool. Is that what you do, or do you take it last just for the surprise factor?
I think it would make sense to just pick up now, because they already showed their offlane and mid lane, so you can definitely just pick a good matchup against that Storm Spirit, because Spirit doesn't have last pick, and yeah, last pick is going to be a carry, right? And then you can just pick a carry matchup for yourself. I think that makes the most sense. But then again, it's OG, so...
Who plays the snap? I don't think I've... Oh, Mira normally plays the snap, which probably puts Maposhka onto the IO.
I mean, Hoodwink.
Yeah, sorry, Hoodwink, yeah.
Yeah.
Templar Assassin.
I've got my new
actually.
stuff. TA, okay.
Okay. It could be a carry TA, could also be a mid TA. That's
If it's a mid TA, do you like it?
No, I think it's gonna be Uragi TA, and I think they're gonna pick more active.
10 seconds remain.
Because the way Ama likes to play Mars, he farms a lot. And if you have a mid TA who also farms a lot, and then pick another carry that will also naturally farm a lot, there might not be enough space on the map for all that, especially against the Storm IO Legion. Very scary.
We did discuss on Monday, though, that OGA are a team who do like to farm a lot. So maybe, you know, all three
It's
cores.
always possible. Always possible.
Dire's banned.
But two fairly greedy supports as well. They think it's going to be a carry TA because they're banning out the Queen of Pain. Then the Lina will be the next ban as well, if that's the line there.
I think it makes a lot of sense with the land they have. And then...
What did Team Spirit need to fall out this draft? They've already banned out the Luna on OG.
It's a tough carry pick, honestly. It really is. Like, Snapfire Mars is one of the strongest dual lanes in Dota, so whatever carry you pick there is gonna have a pretty rough time. Your best bet is probably a hero that can lane decently well against them, like a Gyrocopter, someone that doesn't lose the lane. Maybe even a Razor that we've seen be popular lately.
Dire's banned.
Just like a lane dominator. Because like if you give Mars free farm, he gets fast armed, pushes the tower, you just give so much map control away.
Fair enough.
They need-
Go ahead, Peacock.
Feels like Spirit also need another stun. Like they've been picking
10
Wraith King in the safe lane. I know they played the Spanish safe lane
5
too.
seconds
Yeah.
remain.
Also pretty good picks. It's just the lane is a little hard against Mars.
Yeah.
Fight potentially. It's gonna be interesting to see what they think is actually the right pick here. Because it's not an easy carry pick, I think. Like if I'm in Yatoro's shoes right now, I'm like, this looks kinda good but not great. Same as this. Yeah.
He's got
Metamorphic.
pretty broad shoes, though. He can carry
he
heroes
does.
in his shoes.
Yeah.
He's got shoes that can zip off and become sandals at a moment's notice. They're going to ban out that Morphling, though. Got a couple of seconds left for Team Spirit's final pick. We've spoken a little bit about OG. Looking at those bans,
5
what
seconds
do you expect their
remain.
final pick will be as well, if you were to predict?
Still
Probably
thinking
just
Lina.
cut the Void Spirit. Yeah, or Lina. Because they like to farm a lot. Void Spirit
Dire's
would be
turn to
any
pick.
other team's pick, but as it's OG, they might pick the Lina. The Troll. Okay, well, speaking of strong laner with IO, there we go. That's exactly what we needed.
Do you like it? When you say it's what they needed, is what they needed good?
I like the Troll. I think they can actually dominate the lane now and win, because IO Troll is a very, very strong and it's a good matchup against TA. It's pretty good against Mars if you eventually build into that Silver Edge. You just break his bulwark and kill him. Makes a lot of sense here. Early BKB as well against Disruptor Snapfire Mars. Very strong pick. Is this gonna be Lina? Or Void Spirit? Come on, 1 for 2. It's gotta be. Yeah.
It's a Void Spirit. Well, we're on point there. What do you think about this OG draft, Black? How do you think it comes together?
I like it quite a lot now that they picked. I wouldn't have loved it as much if they picked the Lina, but now it comes together very nicely. You have this Void Spirit who can rotate very easily together with the Mars Snapfire. There's a ton of team fight they have. And now Spirit definitely will have to split up the map. They have the Eye, they have the and the Legion Commander. So they have the best heroes to do it, and since it's Spirit, I think they will be able to. So I'm a little bit Spirit biased. Possibly, you know, so I do think Spirit's gonna take this game though.
How about you, Bakop?
I kind of feel the same, but I do like OG's draft. Like, Yatoro has to have a really good lane up against that domination of Mars Snapfire. They've gone Maposhka on the Hoodwink, so we'll be IO Legion in the same lane. I'm interested to see how this goes. Like, both teams have reach. The Disruptor gives chase potential, get that glimpse into like the kinetic field, as well as having Misha ready with a key and everything, or like an arena and a stun. but I'm definitely leaning maybe like 65, 35 Spirit.
Very precise percentages there from
Yeah.
67 23. I think that's going to be a great matchup. We've got two of the most exciting teams currently in Dota, OG versus Team Spirit, and we've got two of the most exciting casters to help take us through it. It is Nomad and Lizard.
Thank you very much, Dan and the gang. Yes, we are very excited to get into this one. It's an interesting matchup of Team Spirit, the current TI champions, versus the new formation of OG. I mean, I guess prospective TI champions in a way. An organization with two agencies behind. Can they? It would be an amazing start for this roster to take down Team Spirit, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's a really good start already for OG when you think about it. This new squad, they literally only have Taiga that's experienced, the rest of them are newcomers, and they're already shaking up the Western Europe. So I think Team Spirit is won't be easy for them.
No chance, no chance. No, they're going to have to bring everything they've got to this one. And they don't want to lose to OG either. They don't want to lose this new team. They're the young team, aren't they, Team Spirit, you know? They've been around for a couple of years now as Yellow Submarine. Then as Team Spirit, you know, they won TI. Everyone's talking about how young they are, but, you know, OG on paper, I think they do have a slightly younger age. They're like, hey, we're the new kids on the block. You can't be the new kids on the block. And I don't know, I feel like this is actually a spicy match here on the line for Team Spirit when it comes to pride and stuff. But then again, a lot of people say Team Spirit don't play with ego. They're a very humble team. I mean, if you've ever watched the... He's such a genuine sounding guy. I don't know, you can't help them.
It's for you.
I played against him back in the day when he wasn't even playing in Team Spirit. As well. It can be said for more professional players. Like, he's on the nicer side. Yatoro is gonna take a lot of.
Not the greatest up to a lane, especially for a wall who likes to dominate the lane. Don't have a disadvantage, then and be the first few building blocks which can affect the lane. Very disappointed in the push here. Cosmetic.
Yeah, he doesn't. I was hoping for it. He did that salve, however, which he casted on Yatoro, and because of that, he's going to go to the lane healthy. They're doing so much damage to Team Spirit right now. For so much region, these two being together, it's something that I've seen, and the courier as well, which is carrying region. I love this play. Like, this is giving them advantage.
Start doing Mapochka so low here. Is he? He's all right. Yeah, he's a striker. Will be fine. But you know, the panel was saying the dominant lane, you troll Warlord. You don't want him to be losing his lane. You pick this hero to do good things at the start.
I mean, it's fine, right? Like, he survived on the hoodwink. It's not really fine when you think about it. Like, you'd rather die now if you're a hoodwink. So bring more region to the lane. If you look at Troll, he has 0 region. He didn't buy any. Teams will start exploiting as well. If you notice, all carriers are sitting with like 3 slippers of agility and quelling blade, or a couple of branches and a quelling blade. No region, so they push them forward.
But will it follow the same thread?
Yeah. Well, I actually noticed that they predicted, well, obviously they checked the troll tree. And Puff is really good strategy in this bottom lane. Very, very strong.
So this ward as well, if you look at it in the, it comes it all comes down to this basically to hunt down that first courier. It helps a little bit later on with some rotations, but it's mainly for the core itself.
Freshman coming out Tiger's way this time, but he will still a ton of regen available on these two, but yeah, just a constant battering of the Team Spirit goes down at bottom. Brought mid do have the Storm Spirit, who's taken a pretty commanding lead. Toronto, Tokyo with 13 off hits, the Void Spirit 7. As well as away from the end of the tower, but yeah, I mean, it's rare. The lane is going to have to tether him. Will be
Also, what is that neither supports on both sides is control the
First
rules.
blood down at bottom. They catch out Tiger. Takes a step too far. Trying to get off that strike onto the Troll Warlord. And that will be punished by Maposhka.
Full lane recovery spirit. Keep in mind, having to sort that some of your resources are and not and nice. He usually also the first blood afterwards.
I usually not my trees to myself, but I'll make an exception.
Yikes.
Yeah, a reset button pressed by Team Spirit. They're going to be very happy with. Let's take a look to our top lane because we haven't really focused on top. We want to see what's going on here. We of course have Hiragi playing his classic mid-style heroes in the safe lane. That's what he's been doing right now, but it's what a lot of people have been doing right now with the meta. Collapse is being very aggressive here, just utilizing that pre-power to get off those moments of courage. Normal stuff for Legion.
It's a pretty strong lane for both of these sides. Can either way. Hiragi can dive him.
They're looking at it. They're looking at it, and that'll be another kill for Team Spirit. The overwhelming odds catching him out in the end there. The kill.
It's Misha, right? He rotated away from the top lane to secure the bounty rune. He did steal it from the Storm Spirits, but because he doesn't have a TP that he used already on the bot lane, can't be there to save the TA. Small little things, they come together eventually. Good punish by Team Spirit.
Oh.
Got ya!
Aggressive hit, but they're just too damn strong, especially with his overcharge. Come and look at them go under the tower again. Collapse. He's looking for the kill into the Misha, and he's going to find him. Meanwhile, down at bottom, Tiger. Oh, nearly gets caught out there, but will be okay. They don't chase the threat of the spear, but Misha's dead up in the lane. So again, another good team.
He will TP top.
All wrapped up.
He will heal up Hiragi. He bought that salvo already.
Bottom Tiger's in some trouble. Maposhka will need one more hit. Actually, they'll give it to Yatoro. But Axe and Maposhka's not going to go down here either. 4 kills for Team Spirit in this. They are feeling that new start to tighten early on in this game.
Yeah, definitely. It's not something that I expected from lane though. Like I think Disruptor has level 2 Thunderstrike. He had so many mangoes as well. You expect him to be the one that's aggressive, to be the one that's Yatoro's no region strat, but they're pushing him. Like this Hoodwink with the level 2 pushback, if you get so many slow stuns from just fall.
You just die. Misha under the tower, taking some damage. Great cookie through onto the both of them. And that is probably going to save the Snapfire's life here. But again, the relentless aggression coming out from Collapse and Mira. Hiragi, he is struggling to deal with it here. Those shields not lasting long enough for the shotgun comes down on the Collapse. Trying to chase him down. Hiragi won't quite find the kill. BZM's in the house though. Can he get himself the kill onto Mira? He's looking for the easier one, but tether back over towards his teammate. Hiragi and BZM on the chase. Do they have the damage? I think they do. They're now going to have to get themselves back. The rotation isn't a success. Oh, Mira and Collapse. Yeah.
I mean, that play, it definitely works out for BZM if Collapse doesn't. Because he has phase boots, they get so much movement over the tether. They're way too fast, way too speedy. Plus he missed the first 8 runs, so that was a mistake. And if you look at, there is no way they feed on this lane any. By a little shooter, that's not. The important, like the tower.
Meanwhile, down the bottom, Tiger's taking a bit of look. There it is. Over here. Back here, and they're targeting a Mars. They want to bring down the big Mars kill. Key support, and they're going to get him. Amar is gone. Tiger trying to limp away. Spots him. Might get him. But Toronto Tokyo will TP back to Nico. And meanwhile, yep. Yeah. Misha, he's got the from Misha. Back the aggression for now, but they just keep going. There's no you guys.
Double kill.
To bring down Yuragi as well.
What's happening with OG? It's like the
Dire's top tower is under attack.
when you look at these two drafts, they're very Wisp and LC. It's been the staple combination for like 10 years since LC came out in Dota 2, right? Even before in Dota 1. It's strong, but you kind of know what's coming your way. I feel like OG, I'm not sure what's happening, but they're being outplayed on every single lane. It doesn't feel that great. The drafts are fine, but these small little moves in the lanes are like Disruptor feeding bottom, then dying, then Void Spirit not getting a kill on a gank. Meanwhile, everything is working out for Team Spirit at the moment, right? Storm rotating, killing top, killing bottom.
Yeah, it just looks so clean. It just looks so clean on Team Spirit. There looks like a big difference in just how they're executing here, and this is really working for OG right now. But come together, play it. But right now,
you know what? Me of EG versus Arkosh when Arkosh went bottom lane, killed Jerax twice, and then just you know what happens. So it's very similar to that situation.
Don't compare me to Arkosh. Don't deserve that, Lizard. That's a
I mean, in this game, maybe.
No, 100%.
Maybe there were some or whatnot, you know, stolen their bodies.
Knows, but yeah, they're gonna have to go into mode recovery here on OG. You know, I've got a theory. You know, if you're 16 years old and you've just been taken out of school to go play for some, oh, hold on, we've got a play coming out from OG here, and they're gonna be able to grab. But
No, I think it's emotion. You're saying you're playing versus a TI.
No, I got another kick here. It's Team Spirit able to turn around. Okay, so you're 16 years old, right? You've just been invited to go out to play for a team. You're taken out of school. What time in the day do you think you're going to be waking up? Because I don't think it's now. I think it's maybe like 5 hours from now.
But they went to school like a month ago or something, right? Or
yeah, but every time you wake up on the weekend from school, you're not waking up at 9. You're waking up at like 1 p.m. if it's me. Playing Dota all night.
Okay. I'll play along, sure. That's the key.
Give the fans their copium, Lizard. They need it.
Sure, that's the copium. Hoodwink right now is just so enabled. One good thing for OG is that they have many ways of catching Miposhka, at least. There's the arena that cuts the trees, there are traps in the woods that... Oh, EZM?
Yeah, completely dry here, trying to make his way out. He's got just enough for one more charge up to the high ground. But Toronto Tokyo, he's just being fueled up by Mira here. Tiger's going to come in, try and help out, but I'm not sure there's much he can do. The right clicks are in and BZM is gone. And now they turn their attention to the next target, but OG, they're rotating a lot of heroes in for this, but as our Team Spirit collapses nearby, but they realize they're there and they're saying, hey, you know what? It's a worthwhile sacrifice. Goodbye, little IO. We'll get our cause out of...
I think it's the glimpse that actually saves Storm, right? Because of that glimpse, he goes way too far away from Mars and he can't use the original blood on him. And now top lane, they're chasing Yuragi. There's regen on Storm.
Oh no, regen.
They do.
Yeah, they're just going to lay down these remnants. Their metal detector will know exactly where they are. Now the chicken comes out and Yuragi goes down. Oh dear.
I'm just thinking, this you need to somehow secure the triangle for her, perhaps make some stacks. He can't be farming the top any longer. They just have too strong of a reach. You're playing versus a Storm, you're playing versus an IO with a relocate. And Legion, well, he doesn't blink. That's a plus. But look at OG, like, they literally have to protect this triangle at all costs. Can they even push tier 1 at this point on the bottom lane?
I mean, they have to try, don't they? But it feels like a very tricky situation. I mean, you've got an IO and you've got a Storm. The ability to just relocate and be anywhere on the map at once is very, very real for Team Spirit. So making any kind of moves, you've got to be prepared for at least 4 people coming in a moment's notice. It is so hard for OG to play this game right now.
Yeah, but keep in mind that you're playing versus an IO and a Storm. You have a Disruptor on your... Always pick maybe Silencer here and there, but you can greet them into...
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Another factor. Oh, Tiger just a little bit off a mark there. He is the gloves, but it's just kind of Now, well, it's going to be a bit of an awkward death here for Tiger. Go for Disruptor. Yikes.
He had Mars was in the bottom room, and Taiga was and he wanted to use that static storm and catch the storm, which is slightly late. There's always that 4 in period of and
Yes, yeah.
okay, yeah, unfortunate bottom.
As well on Team Spirit, it's a little bit body on the fire. Oh, neutral creep got it. A small got it. That is impressive.
Here I am.
They're actually doing a lot of damage to Mirror here. A kill for OG. It's a support.
Tether in that last second. He gave up.
You're getting taken down pretty damn quickly by the Storm Spirit. No backup coming his way. It's just going to be a dead TA in the bottom side of the map. But, you know, every single time there's a support on Team Poor dying on OG in response, which just is not a good trade.
All due to the fact that you're playing versus this hero. Mobile. Very, very mobile. It's extremely... It looks like OG are feeding a bit, but at this to the game, it's very difficult to play the game for them.
Sure.
Some dewarding happening by Taiga, and they're moving all heroes.
Yeah, so that's just going to be very quick hit. And now in comes the Orchid from the Storm. Well, the Disruptor straight off the bat there. The AoE silence gone. It's a by... Doesn't quite... comes down the mules to stop that duel, but they're gonna get the kill regardless as the Storm's dropping back in. Labs down to Mara, now BZM going in. Look, something here, they might catch Toki away. They need a little bit more. BZM chasing hard. It's out. Enough. Toronto Tokyo surviving now as they bring down another Team Spirit in all that in this game. Maybe 16-4.
They're just might be a glimpse from Taiga here, maybe not. I feel like OG, they need to stop at this point, like, in a situation in which you just have to stop fighting. You want, like, you have to deal with it. You won't take this tier 1, not without heavy damages done to your team. What you have to do is just protect the triangle and get whatever you can for Yuragi and hope the Team Spirit will do a mistake, because this is looking like a disaster. They were in bottom when BZM died to an Orchid under the tier 1. Like, some teams will GG out. Mid lane.
They're going for it. They're going for the Void, and they're going to get him. Again, that duel. There's no counterplay there for BZM, unfortunately.
They're just so spread out. Like, they're too greedy for the state of the game that they're in. That's how it feels to me, at least. And how Roche is going Team Spirit's way. By the way, the dual damage did go Legion Commander's way on the bottom lane when they killed Mars. And now another on the Void Spirit. He's what, plus 40?
Yeah, that's a plus 40 right there. Where Shan will be in the hands of the Storm Spirit. As it is just getting a little bit too messy here. You said OG needs not to fight, but they might not have an option here as Toronto Tokyo comes barreling down the bottom lane looking for the Disruptor. He is going to find his prey. Oh,
the moment you show yourself
as well, juicy.
Yeah, the moment you show yourself on the map, you will die. You're playing versus Storm, Io, Hoodwink, and the Blink Legion Commander. Mid lane, this is the first trap that I see OG setting.
Oh, it's going to be a double damage though. It's not going to be easy. Amar, he actually gets blinked upon. They want to make sure they can get off that arena. BZM does have the heals and the taunt, but it's not going to be enough, I don't think, to keep Amar alive. He does go down now. Storm just comes ripping forward here. He has absolutely no fears. He's got a Nio, he's got an Aegis. He can do whatever he wants.
I expected them to set up a trap behind the Mars, but instead Mars goes and contests the rune. He thought maybe they can go on collapse, but are going to kill anyone on the side of Team Spirit right now. You have to bring your full force. Like, you have to bring all your heroes. You won't be making these 1-2 moves, right? Like 1-2 combinations with Mars plus Snapfire or Void Spirit plus Snapfire, which you could do like at minute 10. You're way too far behind now, and this is what they're doing. Moving S5 now.
The time for farming is on. It's time to make some kind of retribution. Yes, they've got an Aegis. Yes, they have a technical advantage on you, but you need to do something, and BZM's going to start this off with the Yules. Arena comes down. Do they have the control? I think they do. This is going to be, I believe, the first core kill for OG in this game. Celebrate your victories when you get it, I'll say.
Yeah, it's been a while. However, mid lane,
yeah, Yules. Long zip in from to Toronto, Tokyo, just eliminating BZM in an instant. And more. Toronto Tokyo is not done. He's looking for more. He finds Amar here. Amar, though, he's got the spear under the tower. Does he have any help coming his way? He does. The cookie's there. All right, Aegis gone. Now they need to deal with Mira is the issue. I'm not sure they can do that. Tiger, he's looking for the static storm, but the Poshka is there to stop it. That is a huge point from a Poshka, actually keeping the Storm Spirit alive and also setting up for a kill. Oh, okay, cheeky little bonk onto Mira there.
Yeah, Yuragi actually finished his Desolator, and because of that, he was able to bring Mira really low, so they managed to finish him off. A couple of nice kills for OG, at least they're making some plays. They killed Legion, now the IO as well. It's not perfect, but it's the step in the right direction.
There's a part in the movie where they've been shot, but they've managed to get out the battle off, you know. They're not bleeding anymore, but it's still looking pretty grim.
It's exactly that, you know, when they're fighting and the main antagonist is being beaten up real bad, he's laying on the floor and then someone is talking to him.
Okay. Possibly movie a little. I got
for enemies.
Again, hope. It's got to be. Yeah, they're gonna go for it. Put on the hook. We'll put off that thing. It will be on to the positive. Kill for OG. I mean, it continues, but I feel like the next play which teams first make, OG have to be ready for it. The storm looks Tiger there. I'm not too sure what that was on, but gonna lose a Mars straight off the bat. And with this BKB, the Storm Spirit jump team on top. We're gonna bring down Misha as well. Meanwhile, BZM being jumped on by Yatoro. Doesn't feel like he's got a way out of this as the root comes in. They'll bring down BZM. And yeah, Team Spirit, they're firing on all cylinders. They're gonna catch 3, making 4 as they bring down Tiger as well.
You called it really well. They use that arena, they do kill off Miposhka's little hoodwink, little swirl, but then they instantly get caught, as they understand. The team understands they don't truly have too many resources to play with, and if we jump them with Storm, they can't fight back. These plays look so simple for Team Spirit, and that's because at this point they truly are. You have a BKB on Storm Spirit. It's very difficult to take him down. Do they even have? They don't have anything that goes through it. You have to somehow wish you'll kill him. A single stun.
Yeah, Flower Power probably not going to do it. I do respect what the Tiger did in that fight, because, you know, the Storm has to jump him every single fight because of that static storm, right? So Tiger's like, okay, if I see him jumping, I'm going to just immediately cast the ultimate on myself because I know he's going to jump for me. Unfortunately, what he didn't realize is that the Storm Spirit had picked up his BKB now, therefore he can jump on whoever he wants. He doesn't need to jump on Tiger, so you might think, looking at that fight, what is he? He's casting Static Storm on nothing, you know, I know you guys. But that was his plan, that was his idea. They didn't know about the BKB yet, and that's what sets Team Spirit up for success in that fight.
20-minute mark, and the Storm Spirit is 12-0-6.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he has the BKB. It's not a huge surprise when you look at the score.
Shouldn't be. Ridiculous stuff. Team Spirit just on another level in this game at the moment.
Like, they were pretty much winning the game 4 versus 5 for the first 15 minutes, and now the Troll has joined them as well, as the Troll has the Manta and the Battle Fury. He's not really afraid of any big spells too, because he has saves from the IO and from the Legion Commander. It's like one of these drafts that you really need to shut down early on. Later on, they just have too many saves.
Yeah, 20 minutes in, and can we talk about what an amazing shard game this is for Collapse as well? Anyone who gets arena'd, anyone that gets Static Stormed and Kinetic Field, just walk out, like just walk out of it with a single W from the commander, literally.
And he has it on exactly on the 20-minute mark.
Yeah, it's just way too good. Like, you countered 2 of the heroes just completely. Here, zipping forward, looking for a target. Tiger can drop down the ultimate, at least force out at the very least as they bring down Misha. And immediately the troll is looking for more. Oh no, sorry, that's Legion Commander looking for more. Past the tower.
So Tiger actually saves. As Toronto Tokyo zips on top of him at the same time that Miposhka uses Bushwhack. So there's all the trees, a little bit of anti-synergy there.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, there was no stun, just right to the right click damage, but still, yeah, got saved by the friendly Storm Spirit.
Thanks, Storm. Yeah, surviving, but not exactly thriving. Poor old Tiger. Pretty damn poor this game. But not as poor as the Snapfire, actually. The Snapfire's the one who's really, really struggling. Poor old Misha.
Yeah, Misha getting some fats, you know, you have to work with what you've got. Just bank up a little bit.
Absolutely. Yeah, just get that budget health where you can. Might help you survive.
I have to from Taiga though. I love the Aghanim Shard and the Aghanims and the Yules queued up.
Because that was so quick. Oh my god. You know, you can't blame the guy for having dreams. I've always said that. Oh, it's tempting, it's tempting. Legion Commander, she helps herself. River else nearby, but he's not going to get there nearly in time. That is too much damage coming out of Collapse. I don't know how much dual damage there is right now, but they found the Void Spirit down at the bottom lane. He has got the Yules. Will he survive this one? I don't think so. Well timed from Miposhka to bring down the Void Spirit. Meanwhile, Amar on the run in the top lane. For him, no Jules on cooldown, so for now, he will get back.
Stupid. Brave, but stupid.
One pick off after another. Is there any, like, give me your optimism, give me your copium, your UK copium. How do they come back? What's the play here?
I think the chance of them coming back is similar to a UK player making it to TI, unfortunately. But I still believe, you know, ITV, the boys down in Division 2, I believe. Same way, you know, we could believe in OG here, but it's got to take some spectacular team play and some spectacular sloppiness from Team Spirit in order for them to get rid of this game. Because I mean, look at the heroes they've got. They've got a Troll with a Fury. They've got Under who's already got ridiculous amount of dual damage. It's going to be a tough game for OG to turn around, but they have do team for a route stand. OG chance maybe can add on their disrupt or something, but it's still a long way away.
The way I look at it is, it's Team Spirit's game to win or lose, right? If they throw it, then OG can make a small comeback. The problem is, like, you're playing versus, I reiterate it again, you can't even split push that easily, right? You can't really skip waves and whatnot because you're playing versus all these heroes that can get on top of you. So buying time for yourself is difficult. If you do manage to buy enough time for Disruptor, like, he has a Philly Stone, so in about an hour and a half, if he AFKs, he have a full Aghanims.
Nice. Sweet passive income everyone keeps telling me about on Twitter.
Ah, that's it. He invested in the future. So if they do get there, then perhaps you can make a couple of plays. It's possible, very unlikely.
Would you rather take $1 million gold now or one Philosopher's Stone? The answer is the Philosopher's Stone as they jump in. Hey, Toro, he's just marching up that high ground. He doesn't care. Jumping for Misha straight on the bat. Chasing him all the way through the team fight with the help of Dr. Tokyo. They will bring him down. That'll be the first kill of the fight. And OG are just trying to scatter. They are interested. Tiger hiding in the trees, but I mean, you can't even call it hiding. It is just a little bit off here as they find the Mars as well. Another hero likely going to go down here as they just take down the big boy. Meanwhile, you're right, he falls as well. Oh my goodness, it is just absolute desolation, and the GG's of course. Yeah, you ain't coming back from that one.
XP. Would you agree that we kind of saw this happen from the tier 1 on the bottom lane when they couldn't take it?
Yeah.
Toronto Tokyo just wrote story for this, guys.
Apologizing in the all chat. All right.
It's because they were late to the game. That's why. That's 100% the reason.
battle seeks resolution.
work out. But like maybe really just
10 seconds remain.
I mean, there's no reason for them to change anything because everything is just so flawless.
Seconds remain.
It's like it's crazy to really look at it from a observer point of view. They make so little mistakes. It's actually insane.
Bcop, how about you? Anything you'd like to see them do? Like to see them flex on?
I'm gonna open up my notes from chat, and I'd like to see Spirit be even more dominant, get the Brazil scoreline again. One person said OG just get good. That's not really a Spirit thing, but it's definitely up there.
Yeah, maybe we can do some OG coaching in between the games. Really pep them up.
Wow, that would be really intense. The only time I've ever seen that was in a UFC fight. You had Max Holloway teaching in the middle of a fight, third round, how to throw a 1-2 cross. If Team Spirit just start all chatting, hey, your positioning should be this in the middle of the game, I would love it. I'd be so down.
I mean, to be fair, they did just all chat in XD.
Be the most friendly BM ever, like really helpful BM, where someone's really patronizing you. You're like, you're being really nice, but please, piss off. Jesus.
We are about to dive you, be ready.
Be ready. We're cutting. We'll pause a bit, let you get ready.
They would be so bad mannered, man. Like imagine we're gonna dive you at 9:30 mid lane, and you really do it. You get like a team wipe.
I'd love it.
How do you recover from that mentally?
10
I don't think you do. I think that's a disband moment. OG are going to be picking up the Weaver first pick. I assume that's a Tiger pickup. Did you say that?
to pick.
Yeah, Tiger loves his Weaver. We've seen him have very dominant performances on that many times. And Miposhka Bane collapse OD.
So
That looks pretty damn scary already.
It's a scary one too. That. What's he been doing on the? Some people might not have seen the collapse OD. What's he been doing on it that's made it so effective?
I mean, the build is pretty standard nowadays. You just go Meteor Hammer and then Blink Axe or Axe Blink to have the like double Astral. But what makes it so strong is you have your Meteor Hammer at like minute 6, and you just start pressuring the tower. And if you don't respond within 1.5 or 2 minutes, the tower's just gone. Your map shrinks tremendously, and OD also scales so well into the mid lane game, right? He deals so much damage. He offers like double save. He can build into the really well underrated. Is not really.
It is Radiant Span.
Night Stalker.
There's very few heroes that can actually lane against them comfortably, which is what makes the hero so strong right now. You don't actually know if you're going to go middle or off lane. From these two picks, you have no idea.
OG picking up that Night Stalker, presumably an offlane pick, although it's not one that Armar's played very frequently. Can you play NS in any other position? They could playing it carry maybe at a push.
Fata played it as 5, and 9 played it as a mid. So there are options, but I think only those really adventurous.
Turn to ban. Dire's turn to ban. Seconds. 5 seconds. 4 It is Radiant's ban. Ten seconds remain. 5 seconds. It is Dire's ban. Seconds
because it would have to be a mid. You would definitely be able to answer that.
5 seconds remain.
A little bit of an interesting ban. Doesn't strike me as like super strong here, but just want to have like a filler ban. We call that like a ban, but not actually a ban.
Yeah, they're less sure. You know, why not? Chuck it out there. To respect banning out the puck and picking up the Monkey King for your Toro, I should assume.
Yeah.
Do you like that, Black?
Yeah. It goes very much in line with what I wanted them to do earlier. It's just pick a very strong lane against Night Stalker and crush him in lane. If it's really a Bane Monkey, this Night Stalker is not going to have a lot of fun. Like, he is going to suffer before the first laning phase. Before the first night phase, sorry.
It's a scary lane, the bunky lane. How do you... Your
Radiant's turn to pick.
Queen
with a quap, apparently.
Apparently, that sounds like you don't like it.
I mean, it could be a mid quap. It could also be like, no, it has to be mid quap, right?
No one plays carry quap, do they? I mean, some people play 4 quap, but they have a 4.
10 seconds.
Atizi does, but he's not playing. It could be like some sort of 4 quap, which is very strong against Monkey King, perhaps.
Or the Weaver
Pretty early
5.
quap pick, though. Yeah, on Weaver 5.
Misha doesn't have a huge amount of Weaver. Oh, sorry.
Or they could really just off lane to have a good matchup against the Monkey King and then put the Night Stalker somewhere else.
Night Stalker needs a good lane, right? Because he's trying to get that Knight without really losing too much. And
Lion.
Now a Lion. So that, yeah, that looks... Well, I like Lion more 4 than 5. I guess that's my own bias. I would like Lion 4 and then Weaver 5 in this situation.
I'd agree. I think Lion 4 has a lot more potential. Get that fast blink, pick off potential. That being said, though, there's a lot of save on the Spirit side. You have the Nightmare, the defensive Astrals. It's not going to be easy to find any pick off.
What do they need to top up this draft, OG? Then what are the signs pointing towards?
OG, they're definitely. That's why I picked the quap also. They're definitely lacking damage. Like Weaver, Night Stalker, and Lion are not a lot of damage early on. Like they kind of transition to the mid game, start getting a lot of damage post Vessel on the Weaver. So they definitely need a carry. If it's not a carry Night Stalker, that deals a lot of damage.
He deals a lot of damage.
Like a Drow Ranger or so. Yeah, really just a DPS focused carry. They got a lot of stuns, a lot of control. Now they're lacking the damage department.
Do you think they have enough protection for a Drow? Because I think that OD and the Monkey can get on the Drow pretty effectively.
Yeah, I mean, they do have Night Stalker, who always plays on the Vision Advantage, of course, and the Weaver, that kind of does the same thing, but it's definitely, it would be a pretty risky Drow pick.
I go Dark
Willow.
Gosh.
Okay.
Yeah, I really am worried for OG's laning phase and what they're going to do early on in this game. Spirit feels so
OD
strong.
Willow is so strong, too.
Yeah.
You get Astral, they put the roof on top of you, and you get Orb Harass, range. Whatever carry you pick, it better be a range hero, because I don't want to be very happy as a melee hero here.
Yeah, stepping up into that lane is going to be super difficult against that duo. It just feels like the side lanes right now for Spirit feel pretty secure.
What's the cherry on top for Spirit then that OG are going to look to snatch away?
Well, I thought it was going to be Ember or Void, so let's see if they ban both of them. Ember already being banned out, of course. And if they do ban both, Puck is already out. Like, the mid pool is pretty limited at this point. You could pick something like a Death Prophet. It could just frontline and give information to your OD and Monkey King, potentially. Or Toronto Tokyo also likes his Lina. A little bit risky against Night Stalker and Quap, though.
Still TA as well, he likes. They're still tiny, maybe? Tiny, but probably doesn't fit for me.
Yeah. Maybe he's gonna surprise with a new one. And just go random Broodmother.
Apparition mid.
The Densi style. Sick.
I'd be hyped for it. I'm a little shocked that they banned the PA, because we were just talking about how you really want a range save laner.
Damage though, isn't it? And it's
Yeah, it's a pure DPS focus. Yeah. If for some reason the lane goes wrong and PA gets a good game, that is one of those heroes that can really just destroy your lineup.
OG banning out the Wind Ranger, suggesting they are somewhat comfortable with the Void Spirit, although to me this doesn't look like a very comfortable draft either way. So we'll see.
5 seconds remain.
Last Spirit ban coming out. Any snap predictions back?
Radiant
Get into his head.
SF.
SF.
Well, it also goes in line with the sort of like the Drow idea. Just a pure DPS range backliner. And well, now what do you pick? Yeah, there's Medusa, there's Drow Ranger. Medusa doesn't deal the most damage.
I think it's going to be the Drow for me. But
yeah, also the Arcana, of course. That would make more sense.
You got to try it out.
Not
It gives you
show
an
it
extra
off.
10% power.
Yeah. It's just whatever you pick, it's gonna be so difficult regardless. Like that lane is just absurd.
to pick.
Templar Assassin.
It's a TA again.
Do you like him?
It's pretty rough against the OD because every AWP attack, like, remove 2 of the reflection charges as a separate instance. So, and Dark Widow is not weak against TA either, right? There's a lot of little instances from her ult. I think it felt more like they were forced into something like this, and they weren't very comfortable with the draw idea because it's not very protected. But it makes sense. It's a hero they need. It's just, it's gonna be hard regardless. Now Spirit, are they just gonna go Void Spirit? Underlord.
They might expect the TA to go mid, and they just want to follow the OD with the TA, or wherever the TA goes.
So it's a mid OD then against the Quap, which makes a lot of sense. But that makes the top lane a little easier for the TA. So yeah, I mean, I like the Underlord last pick. It's what they needed, like a frontliner. Here they can really give information, tank up, build all the tanky items, like toss Mac, pipe if they need it. So since I liked it a lot.
OG's still discussing who's going to take which. They might do a little bit of a switcheroo here.
Yeah, which generally I don't really think that's a good sign, you know? Like if you change something so last minute, it can really backfire. You usually want to go into the end of a draft and be like, so it's a mid TA now, so they adjust it. Very Quap.
Yeah. BZ picking up that mid TA. Any predictions, B-Cop?
I gotta go Spirit. They were ready with the OD. I'm a little surprised that they went with the TA at the end of the day, and then especially they're just willing to lane it up against the OD. I think that is going to be, again, this is another game where it's super reliant that OG do well in the lanes, and it could really collapse if they don't. So yeah, it just feels like it's going to be all Spirit again.
Black, what can OG do to turn the tide here?
I think, as Big alluded to, it's very important that the Night Stalker doesn't get completely shut down, which is going to be hard against Bane Monkey. Like, that lane is so ridiculously hard. And then the only lining I have for them is that the Quap should, in theory, have a very good lane against the Underlord. So that should go well for them. But then TA, you're going to have a lot of problems against the OD. Your bot lane is more likely than not going to get pretty destroyed as well. And we have seen what happened last time when Spirit gets off to a good, out of a good laning phase. So I gotta go with Spirit as well, but I'm always happy to be surprised by OG. Yeah.
Okay, well, can OG weave a victory in this game 2, or will the Spirit train continue? Choo-choo. We get into game 2 with No and Lizard.
Thank you very much, Dan and the gang. Yeah, that's right. We got game number 2 on the way. Ain't a little bit for OG. Lizard.
Stupid.
Fellow analyst.
Stupid.
It's not too the first game, right? You're biased towards a team that had like 20-2 score line, but if you remember old days of Liquid when Taiga was still in that team, And they would switch things around a little bit. If Foxy is having a really tough lane, they would put Mega on that position 3 and be the real 4. Maybe this is something that they might consider here with Amar. I don't like position 4 Night Stalker that much, but when you're playing versus a Monkey King, that's usually what teams do, right? They switch things. Misha?
Yeah, he's I don't think he's living through this one. I'll just say that. Goodbye, little lion man.
First blood.
OG did to them, right? Like, it's a bit of a revenge. OG, however, they managed to get first blood in that last game in this manner, but they did punish them quite heavily.
Yep. So, you know, the old monkey see, monkey do from Team Spirit, and they do get their Dark Willow. Let's find out how this one breaks down. We have got Tiger playing the Weaver, a hero who's pretty damn comfortable on, to be honest. Could be in some trouble here, though. Still 5 seconds until that Sakuchi. I don't think they have enough damage to bring him down, though. Nightmare comes out.
But there's damage. He also could shield away.
Yeah. They're committing, though. The sentry's down, but yeah, Tiger... Oh, and they left the bounty rune. How lovely.
He needs to go base, though, right? Will he? It looks like he won't. He actually ate that 1 extra tango, and he's going because they're starting as a lane.
Interesting. So you talked about switching it up. Well, this is one way to do it. 3 heroes in the lane. That is definitely not what we're expecting from OG.
You can see the Team Spirit is kind of expecting that they start with their cores. Unload and Monkey will switch things around, and this Sakuchi should.
Yeah, Tiger's got him.
There's a Fairy Fire as well, but he should still get him, I think.
Oh, tried to go for the body blocks. No, didn't make the body blocks there. Thought get away, but still bullied out of lane for a time being. But there's what both supports committed to. Oh,
maybe
hello,
now?
Mirror, not again. Oh, Tiger, one more hit. It will be enough. I mean, that's kind of ideal circumstance, right? You've removed that Dark Willow from the lane for such a long time.
Yeah, you removed her from the lane. I always come back to the fact that she will TP in with a lot of regen now. Has that free TP as well, so that helps. But I'm surprised that they're tri-laning up. I guess you can't help the Night Stalker, and this is another way of pushing. This like dual lane or it's all the same for the Night. He's not gonna. Just focusing on your strengths might be the better thing.
Yeah, Amar, he's attack this time around. They realize that there's no sense trying to win the unwinnable and just leave Amar the fucker down here by himself.
Amar, the fine gentleman?
Yes, the
flower.
Indeed,
yes,
indeed.
Of course.
How's our middle lane going? Hopefully things go a little bit better for BZM this time around. He's had some rough lanes in the tournament so far, but looks like it's going well versus OG to start things off. So we'll even for now.
All fine in the Andy until OD gets that meteor. Remember, he already has the ring, so he won't be zoned. He shouldn't be zoned out of the lane any longer.
Wow, that's a new one. Oh, Misha turning up to the bottom lane and getting a decent amount of damage out onto onto Yatoro. Yatoro getting himself back will be okay, so won't be a kill. Meanwhile, up on top though, Tiger in some trouble, but Collapse also getting very low here as Yuragi will be able to bring down the Underlord. Yes, Tiger dies, but honestly, that's a win for OG in my books.
Well, that's a win for OG on both lanes, right? On top lane, they kill off the Underlord, and on the bottom lane, they force out Asal and push out Monkey King a little bit. Now, this is only possible because Monkey still is not level 3. Once he hits that level 3, things get a bit more difficult as he heals up quite a bit more afterwards if you trade hits with him.
Yes, Jingu level 1 is a bit of a bait in a lot of circumstances, but this is a rotation. OG so dynamic in the laning phase, and this might be a kill to Maposhka. In fact, it very much is. Well, I say that, Fairy Fire comes out, the right clicks will be needed, not enough. Never mind, Maposhka might be getting back to the Tiger. He's so hungry for it. Give me the kill, he says. Yes, I'm on here, in fact. OG, they are just playing this bottom lane beautifully right now. Really good to see after the disaster that was last game. They just come bouncing back, and very hopeful stuff so far at this only 4-minute mark.
And Tiger gets that bounty rune as well, and he's sticking around. They might go again. He did not go away, remember. So now his options are go control the rune or go bottom. I think the rune will be the case. Pretty solid. I mean, for Toronto Tokyo, that's not he's an OD, he does a bottle, he goes for the Ring of Protection, so having that rune or not a huge difference for him.
And this is a very promising sign for OG as well. You know, you love to see it when, and especially a new team, is able to come back from a loss and actually, you know, show a lot of life. And we're only in the starting phase of this game, but this is definitely looking like a team which isn't going to let themselves just be stamped out in that first match.
I guess being really careful there. They almost got him. They caught him in the sleep while he was switched, but top lane Uragi, he doesn't have a blink for 5 seconds. Oh, they
could be in some trouble. Oh, the root is a little bit early there, but of course he doesn't know the cooldown of Blink. Actually, Mira's the one taking a lot of damage, and Tiger, he's here once again, here to clean up the kill onto Mira. You're still healthy as they continue to whack away at Collapse. Of course, that big old slug, he's not going to go down. You need more than salt to kill this guy.
Yeah, so it's the landing stage for Spirit, showing small signs of weaknesses in this game, like of Mallet, and they use Rebel Maze at the same time. Queen of Pain is always stunned, possible to not connect. These small little things, like they can lead to a kill or a counter that happened on top lane.
Ooh, this was interesting as well. Misha was so ready to TP in, he was like, alright, this guy's got Meteor Hammer, I need to be there to interrupt it. But actually, the OD had already used on a camera. Mar down at bottom, 3 heroes on top of him, no one here to TP because the last came to mid. The Weaver's not available, so Amar, he's going to have to do some fancy footwork here, but actually, he's not. He just runs with the sprint, they just don't chase Team Spirit.
It feels like they stacked up their spells once again, not properly enough. Maybe they're feeling a bit too relaxed after the first game. It can happen. I've seen teams do exactly that. So far, looking way, way better for OG. And the nighttime is there. This Night Stalker, he's not only survived the daylight, he thrived in it. Like, he has almost the same amount of CS as the Monkey King. This went way, way better than I imagined.
Wow.
Chill, bro. Chill and flex, bro. It's
Amar doing very well. They're looking. It is nighttime. Toronto Tokyo getting jumped on a mid, going for the TP out, and I don't think they have the damage taken down before he gets himself away. Meanwhile, down at bottom, Misha's here with an invis room, but blocking the camp, which is kind of unfortunate for poor old Misha here, as he's going to get stunned.
To hell!
Going to get one of them, and Misha will fall.
Yeah, that sentry rune actually, that sentry ward, sorry, actually scouted out Taiga before, so
yeah,
they didn't communicate that well enough. Meanwhile, on that mid lane, what happened is Toronto Tokyo actually caught himself. He went close to TA and then astraled himself. Bottom lane.
Yep, and they've got the Nightmare in. This is allowing TPs to come across from OG, and of course Misha's back in the country. However, he has been stunned up. Now the counter aggression comes out from OG. They're piling in the damage onto the Willow. They want to get this kill. Toro, considering going in here, just decides to take off the bug, and I think it's going to be Team Spirit who are on the defensive. Amar's going to pop that ulti just to get the kill on Mira, blows him up. They're looking towards. They don't really want to engage him head on, but now he gets off that Jingu. They will be forced back on OG, but Amar still sticking around that tree line there. He knows where he's strong. It's nighttime. He's got that ultimate tick.
Right, he's been stalled as well. Plus there's a mango in case they want to make a move. They can mango either the Weaver or Misha. But Yatoro, he knows the lane is pushing in, and because of that he's fine to just wait for it. Wasn't overly aggressive. How's mid lane doing? So far, this tier 1 on the mid lane is actually... It's missing 4 HP. And that's a huge success for BZM. You're playing versus an OD. You haven't lost the tower at all.
Yeah, that's a healthy old tower in the mid lane. OG gonna be happy about that one. I mean, BZM, he's just clearing these waves, going to jungle, you know, classic TA BS. It's what she do so well.
I was just thinking, like, this top lane that we completely ignored because it's kind of, you know, not really that interesting. Queen of Pain has 50 versus 29 on Collapse, so as expected, he's doing really well. Mid lane.
All right, here's the hammer, but me in the neighborhood gonna cancel that one out easily enough. Makasih comes in, but unfortunately with that hammer, the opportunity for an aggressive play from the side of Team Spirit is pretty much none. BZM knows this, just scoop up some more creeps. He's doing exactly what he did. He's farming up a storm.
It's not the easiest game for OD as well when you think about it. The hero is I mean, in one of the best spots. Maybe beginning of last year he was completely broken, now he's slightly broken. But you are playing versus this Night Stalker and the Lion. Once they get these blinks, once they are able to get on top of you, it becomes harder. But I like this move from Toronto Tokyo. They're moving bottom, they want to take the tier 1, perhaps kill off Amar in between.
So I've seen them, because he is just hightailing it away. Meanwhile, up in the top going on, they've managed to find the Underlord in the jungle, and Collapse will not be surviving this engagement. Yeah, down at them, they've just got a Night Stalker. I mean, he's under their ward, but he does... It's a Night Stalker at night time. You're not sneaking up on him, unfortunately. Under that ward.
Yeah, you can't catch him. There's no way. They can catch the tier 1 on, so they'll slowly start for that, but
there is little hope for Dire's middle tower. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
This is more important, but with the Underlord TPing in, perhaps he can stop it. Just Firestorm away and that's it. So OG will actually not defend the bottom tower, and at the same time will not take the tier 1 mid.
And the Queen of Pain is shoving in top, but meanwhile we've got a Sleepy Weaver over in the triangle. Miriam Maposhko just bullying poor old Tiger here. Tiger not level 6, no way out of this one. He's gonna get killed off, couldn't it?
Mentioned these small little kills like on Weaver, for me they don't truly matter that much. He's invading the enemy jungle, giving some info, warding up and whatnot. This top lane, however, can they kill Yuragi? That's my question, because Poshka does not have save. He might get it after all 3 creeps.
That's what he's waiting for. Quick possible, they will not be able to, because Mira comes in with a great fear on pushing them back and saving Maposhka, who does now have the level 6.
Amar, he's trying to.
He's tempted, isn't he? He is so tempted, but he knows that if he messes us up, it could be very costly indeed. Yeah, happening. And oh, hey, Toro, how's it going, buddy?
He jumps out instantly. But yeah, you see, like this play on top lane, like catching a weak, insignificant, but this top lane, these 2 moves from both of the teams were so on. Maybe Yuragi can be caught this time around. He still has stun.
Down. Take some damage. Stuns out from Mish. Back these 4 heroes, but it's 1 man versus 1. He's trying to use his body just to say, please, please leave my core alone. And in a way, it works. I mean, the Queen of Pain's out.
Yeah. He prevented them from using that full grip on Queen of Pain and saves her that way. Like I'm just loving the fact that we're seeing some real quality Dota when it comes to the strategical aspect of it. They're still missing some spells. It feels like the teams, when it comes to the skill efficiency, it feels like they're 15% off of that game. You know, not as accurate, but the way they move across the still really pleasing to watch. Like defending this tier 1 on the top lane and also just on point.
Team from game 1, honestly, like they're just, I mean, I guess it always looks better when you can actually play the game after you're learning fail.
So, like, this guy cannot play the game at the moment. He's going for Atos. They do. This Atos build is very nice on the Underlord. The Queen of Pain
on the hunt for
versus Weaver's because you can Pit of Malice, right? Pit of Malice, Firestorm, Atos into another Pit of Malice stun. Yuragi.
Oh, Toronto Tokyo, he doesn't quite get in range. Oh no, that is a little bit awkward. Couldn't quite get off that Astral, and Yuragi. Wait there.
Yeah, and he's sick of it. He's actually purchased his Blink Dagger now, and from this point onwards, he should be catching these pesky.
Yeah. They make movement in now rather than wait for the Blink Dagger to come out for Toronto Tokyo.
Sometimes you just have to make a move. Like Dire jungle. Anticipate.
There is little hope for Radiant's middle tower.
They caught Taiga actually bottom lane. he should be dead. They have grip.
He's having a little nap. Grip. Easy pick off for the side of Team Spirit.
And also show the blink dagger on this bottom lane. It's flying in. So once it has it, they should be unaware.
The OG just going on a little rewarding mission by his lone, and unfortunately does get cut down. So both supports dead to OG. Some nice movement around from Team Spirit just to punish the wantonness of the OG supports right now.
Toro is big too. He has that Orb of Corrosion, Echo Silver going right into the beak. And I believe right now, Team Spirit might make a move on the Underlord. Meanwhile, the Toro needs to bail from the top lane. They have 2 wards, they should scout this out. Yeah. Because of that Blink Dagger on OD, he can rotate mid through the Radiant jungle.
But the Roche here. And the Weaver, and of course that bug going to help tank up for the TA as well.
Tower is under attack.
It's to the game.
BZM with the Desolator definitely helps out.
Yep.
I don't think...
Great play, I mean, Amar could be in some trouble here. Him gonna pop that silence and move himself in, but the Willow is able to get off both the spell and run. Can take him down. Amar the play. But this TA, she's here. Can she get? The finger of the screen takes out. With that Aegis, that is definitely a trade for OG. You find the target, scouting out for the kill. That's delayed enough to, I believe, that went from the OD, and they will take down Mira as well. 2 heroes dead on the side of Team Spirit, one of which being an all-important carry. Oh, hello, counting with no as they take down Maposhka as well. My goodness.
My goodness, indeed. I thought that, okay, top lane, BZM, he got stunned.
Oh, just on the edge. His pinky toe was in that radius there, and that brings him down. Well, Tiger's coming in to try and help. Don't want to lose the T8. Spike doesn't now strike, it cleaves him in half. Meanwhile, the Monkey King drops Wukong's command, but the TA is continuing to turn and fight. They now have to back away as they lose Yuragi, but getting the in that fight there for the side of OG, that's just lovely for them.
Yeah, this is like some action happening right there. Firestorm does manage to clip on Queen of Pain, that overtime damage, and now I'm feeling like Team Spirit, they're way too eager to fight. Same way they were in control in the last game. I'm not saying that OG is in the same driving position, but they're slightly ahead. And the safer play for me, for Team Spirit, would have been to sack top lane, that tier 1 versus Night Stalker, and go for mid lane, which is closer to all your heroes anyway. I'd suffer some heavy casualties.
Yeah, but you know, we're casting OG versus Team Spirit here, asking these guys not to fight, like asking a flower not, and talking about flowers, a mother flower, getting feared up, forced back, but he is very quick in the night time, so they won't go down.
Yeah, that fear him out because of movement speed that he had. Miposhka.
Way. He's in from a
killing spree.
Around on Toronto. He's having a miserable game right now. The potion's going to fall as well. Oh, he's going to clean Lamar. Looking like he's
fine.
He was going on it just to kind of beat them and keep them in the area whilst they made the play at bottom, because he knows that he can just.
Couldn't catch him. Now Taiga is the one chasing, actually.
Yeah.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Into it now. Misha's like, yeah. Wow. They want to catch the mirror. Might well be caught here. After the she's just gonna peace out. See you later.
Yeah, he's not gonna catch the bus. Oh, Dark Willow. Everyone else does 5, and right now, if you're Team Spirit, you need to wait up for the BKB on your Toro God. Once you have that, I think perhaps you can take a fight, but it's getting increasingly difficult. TA, she is caught bottom lane though.
Having a little nap. No one really nearby to help her out. Literally other OG heroes on the side of the map, so this will just be a Wukong's command just to guarantee it, and this is a diff for BDM.
Yeah, really nice catch from Pushka. He's been area catch heroes for the last, it's more or less. And they do have this one ward on the cliff that's been around minutes, giving a lot of vision. So there's a BKB on Amar, and he's built into the Blink Dagger. Once he gets the Blink Dagger and the BKB, like OD is not gonna have a lot of. Only job will be okay. I'm gonna chop the OD, maybe the, and just keep them silenced to do much.
So what should we be looking for to go team spirit in these fights for it to swing in their favor?
They can still swing it. Like you're looking at this BKB on Monkey King as well. If they manage to fight around Wukong's arena properly, then the Night Stalker can't perhaps be on top of his targets all the time. There's a grip as well that you can catch.
Do not forget which is in charge.
Him really. For me, it's not like all the other heroes. Yeah, you can kill, but to do that, you need the Night Stalker.
Meanwhile, Tiger, he's going for the Ags as well, making it even harder for these pick-up-based heroes to get their target. That's going to be a really big pickup for OG as well.
It's your casual build-up, right, on Fever. You always, not always, but most of the time, you go with the Vessel Wand and the Aghanims. You don't need boots or anything like that. He might be caught here.
Oh, good. It's a bait. It's a bait, yeah. They don't want to take it. Oh, man. You want to jump this guy. Meanwhile, at the top, there's a bit of action taking place, and this will be their cue to go. Once again, they jump on bottom, but it's a trap once again. Maposhka, so very low here, might just tick out the air.
Double kill!
2 for Yuragi in the bottom lane. Meanwhile, at the top, I think I might get out.
He just TP'd. He just TP'd away. There was absolutely no way of catching him.
I'm surprised play though. I love that play.
I'm surprised they bit the bait on the bottom lane. You don't necessarily see a Weaver just go completely into a creep wave like that, you know. Like, alright, I see what you're doing there, man.
Covering himself in chocolate, you know, he's got a rose in his teeth. He's like, come get me. It's not like,
yeah, like, you know, like, come at me.
But what I really like about RG, right? Yeah, like they're not taking the bait bottom. Okay, we've got to add a little bit more and another worm to this hook. He just engages on top, you know. He lulls them into this false sense of security that they're making a play on top or something. At least the Night Stalker does not. Yeah, we'll commit to this kill, and it does not work out for them.
Now he has completed the Crimson Guard together with the Rod of Top. Some extra capabilities versus the TA always comes in handy. Completed the big now. This is pretty much it for OG. All they have to do is secure their jungle and wait for ages. Wait for Roshan to respond, that is.
That testing this Roshan, you cannot let OG get it for free. We'll see what they're able to do. It's been a rough game for them so far, but they are by no means out of it yet. They're still very capable of getting up into them.
Oh, sure. There's Naganins now complete Kyoto, and they might even look at that as their signal to go fight.
Plus, you know, I hate to mention it again, but these guys won TI. They are more than capable of weaseling out of tricky situations. In fact, it won them their fair share of what, $40 million. So
yeah, it's just a small change.
Bit of pocket change.
Yeah, they did smoke up, all 5 of them, and there is a smoke on the other side too. OG, they are expecting a fight around the tier 2. OG, they do not have a lot of vision, however. I'm not seeing any Radiant Wards. Do you see any Radiant Wards in the Dire Jungle?
Not that I can see.
Yeah. So the vision is definitely on the Dire side, at least for a small part. Plus they have the outpost.
So what are Team Spirit looking for here? How do they start this fight? What's their dream initiation?
Like, the best thing that you could do is Stalker solo. Perhaps not kill him, but get him so low that he cannot really impact the fight in any meaningful way. He's the one that completely breaks your side apart, right? Then if you could connect with the Wukong's command so that OD is completely free to do whatever he wants to, it's the perfect scenario for them. And if you're OG, you're just trying to disrupt the supports and the OD at the beginning. Like the Bane mustn't get his grip off, the OD mustn't get his Aghanim Scepter to full use.
So a lot needs to go Team Spirit's way, but at the same time, you know, OG, they do have squishy heroes. Queen of Pain, Templar Assassin, if they can be isolated and blown up by this OD, he is going to do a lot of damage to them. They're not tanky, but they have those BKBs.
Exactly, right? The BKBs are a huge part, and that's why they rush them on all three cores. Night Stalker got as literally his first item. TA, yeah, a little bit after, but Queen of Pain as well is going for that BKB. She's pretty close to it.
Oh, this is going to be good. Pulse goes out. Team Spirit, what is the plan? They're holding now. Waiting, seeing the time to strike here. They have lost this tower already, but they want to check Roshan. Play here. Whoever comes forward first might just get their lives completely taken out of their hands.
They're waiting for them. Weaver is running straight into their hands.
Perfect, they know exactly going. Oh, the blink out! Had anyone?
They caught
now?
TA.
Okay, who they got? It's TA. Maybe available. They got the well, TA, she might be dead here. She is. She is gone great.
No.
I'm not sure. They're trying to find a way into this one, but it's just not happening. BZM, you're actually both on the ground. Amar trying to make something happen as he tries to bully this OD. He thinks if I can take out one, I might stop them doing Roche, but not the case. Nish is going to die as well. Amar just goes the away, and what? This is such a short respawn on Roshan. Just 10-15 seconds on the push clock, and it is already back. This is absolute dream scenario for Team Spirit.
At first, it looked so good for OG, ended up being so bad for them. Keep in mind, Lion blinked out of that pit of hell. They didn't catch him. They didn't catch another hero that ran right next to them, right? The Weaver, right next to the stairs. But then because he couldn't stop the grip. And Night Stalker, he was like 10 gold away from the Weaver. So he was unable to break Bane's grip on the TA. That's pretty much the best scenario, dream scenario for Team Spirit.
Who knew that that's how it was actually supposed to go down? They split the team fight in half, but the saves are too far away from the cause. And wow.
It's a little bit luck as well. Sometimes the page just looks your way. That line using escape it out because simply they get this small window in which they can kill off team, and they utilize it really, really well, as they always do.
Yeah, and it all started from that great trap, didn't it? Like, they knew to come back and check Roshan. Who comes and does it, and yeah, in the end it goes great. And now they're the ones with the Aegis in their hand. They've is now pretty much dead even, and they might have just found themselves a Mara lane. He's popping that BKB, trying to get himself back. Will be able to do. So, still BKB charge down. Meanwhile, you
dominating.
Lil just there going for the Bane kill.
Yeah, they need to put some
Middle tower is under attack.
It's like he's getting extremely easy kills. But fight together, OG feels lost. You do have ways of preventing the grip. They're just split out, like time. You got up OD and but the mid lane is the problem.
Yeah, the double damage.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
About this, OG, it's everything they can do. Lion just trying to pump out that damage, but looks like Monkey getting Monkey. And then look at the collapse as well. They want to bring him down before the Monkey can come back into.
Double kill!
And goodbye, collapsed. Wow, what a
sweet defense by Misha and Iraq. Scream of Pain into...
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Toro God, he was greedy there. He had that double damage and he thought, I'm just gonna this puny line and take their side, and that's slightly greedy side, but
well.
I still like teams unless OG changed the way they only push online.
Indeed. They'll be able to keep their formation strong and not get caught out. Of course, when they get the act on the Weaver, I think it kind of
do have it.
bit.
Yeah.
Oh, they have it now?
Yeah.
Okay, that's big, right? Because that means the focus on the push isn't quite as strong. You can time-lapse whoever gets caught by that Banal and hopefully save them. But still, it's still...
It helps out, definitely.
It's like a safety buff, you know.
Yeah, now it's Team Spirit as well to think about the Weaver. I'm not sure if they noticed that he has Aghanims. He is smoked though, and Taiga might be the first one.
Yep. He's trying collapse. Ma, feels like they're just trying to poke the BKB out of him, see if they can get an overreaction there. Chase Ma the calm.
Cut from the same cloth.
Miposhka is still smoked up, and there's a Weaver illusion going his way. Oh, it's here.
Nah, they see the damage it's taking, right?
Yeah, they see the damage. Yeah.
I was worried for a minute there.
Yeah, good thing he didn't grip instantly. Sad.
Love this. Both teams moving very carefully across the map. They do see Yuragi here, of course. Has that BKB might fall. Oh, Tiger's just like literally sitting right behind him, behind a singular tree.
Tree, you know, like your kid is about to fight, and you're just standing there waiting to see what's gonna happen. Just in case he does something bad, you're gonna get him out.
It's quite something. Yuragi gets the BKB, look around on Toronto. Out of this. I'll turn their attention towards collapse, but of course that BKB is ending. I'm going to be careful here. But I think they've got no OD, they've got no monkey either. Everyone's backing away on the side of Team Spirit. They recognize the situation is pretty bad for them, so they will just clear out and sacrifice poor old Collapse, who has been sacrificed.
To defend the culture, to prevent any violence from happening, you're standing there. They can sort it out as gentlemen.
Ah, right, there we go. Good.
That's what I mean. So good time, man.
Team Spirit, they're coming back. They say, we don't need collapse. We can fight regardless. We can defend this tower at least regardless. And
a very interesting game in comparison to that first one that felt like it was over pretty much. Both of these teams have ways of actually playing the team fights. With the Weaver, Aghanim, and Scepter, it just adds another dimension to the way OG can approach the fights. But there's
Mega kill!
Oh, okay. Misha's gone.
He hits Bound the Strike and Saber connection.
Dead in 2 seconds. Never feels good, really. Never feels good.
Yeah, one thing that I worry for Taiga is the next for Sorb. One problem with the Aghanim Scepter, like it's great, like Weaver Aghanim Scepter. It's nowhere near as powerful as it used to be. And you just might get caught. You go in and you get caught like this.
Yep. Excellently demonstrated. Mirror's coming in from the side as well to further commit to the kill. No grip needed. It's down. Pick off here from Team Spirit.
I love how he actually saved the grip. And it was much in the nick of time that he died, right? One more second, he has enough space to use his ulti. Well calculated.
Yeah, I mean, if Weaver's dead, that's great. If Weaver's dead and there's still grip available, Spirit.
Usually when you expect their to be game doing some moves, right, picking away, like he's been carried from the offlane most of it. Now he has that basher as well. This Night Stalker hurts. during the nighttime.
Yeah, but it's been refreshing to see Amar playing a very different game. He sacrificed as much conscious, maybe even more so, just playing in the top lane, constantly being deep, and he's focused himself this game. So it's cool to see him playing a different style of Dota than what we've. Basher, because he is Amar.
I carry a little bit.
You can take the. Oh, here we go. Jump in front line. OD straight back. Greenston in from Misha, and that's going to be 2 kills dead off them. Not a chance in hell. The Team Spirit to fight back into OG in this one. They find the perfect angle of initiation. Is going to help out with OG.
And it's even Team Spirit's vision that was around, right? On that cliff, they had a good board. They saw the smoke break, but still anything about the Night Stalker blinking in the behind, popping that kill, mating the supports. Bane, someone he has a footstep, so he, but it doesn't truly help. Like Night Stalker will still take you out. Take out Bane, the BK free to use outside of OG, and you can actually take a team fight. Maybe.
I think that was a double damage TA as well, so you know, pretty fortunate for OG, but just absolutely get apart before he gets a chance to do anything. And if that OD is dead first, then your fights are just over. Because there'll be a different issue going on. Yeah, great jump from OG. Man, these fights, like, I kind of wish that one team or the other. It's never much of a struggle for the team which wins it. Very, very interesting to look at though. Like both teams will be pouring over the replays for this game. That's for sure.
Yeah, it really feels like OG, they got their stuff together again. They're approaching the fights properly. They're not about their moving as a team. Now they're a side up.
Haste.
All right, Team Spirit not once play from behind for very long. Smoke up from their initiation.
See the bugs? Scouting out to Fever, and because no one actually got connected, they're moving back. They're even looking up. They're really well. They know there's a smoke coming.
Wow.
This is discipline, right? This is something that I expected from OG in the game 1. They're definitely stepping it up here, and maybe smoke now. 10 seconds away from nighttime on the night.
What read, honestly. They didn't do that on a trap or anything. That was just pure gut read.
They used the sword. Kind of, I mean, it's not super obvious, but it's pretty obvious.
Now, Roshan is back up once again, which means we have a brand new over. Who's going to take it? We shall find out pretty shortly, I would imagine. It does seem to be OG. When the fights are 5-on-5, the last one did go the way of OG pretty convincingly, so it can be very, very sneaky, which they can. But we'll take the fight though. And they're just a head-on-head action.
They're getting some still the Underlord now with the AC completed. On the other side, can they? I'm not sure they can do this because of the trap, right?
Yes, but at the same time, it's going to be a quick Roshan. OG, they've taken bottom tower. They're across the maps trying to interrupt this Roshan.
You're not fast enough for this. I'm pretty. There's no way
You're coming. But they realize this might not have been the best idea. Try and fight it into this one, but she is getting beaten down pretty hard. But in comes BZM with the damn jumps collapse. Meanwhile, the bane on the sideline to try and jump on him, but it's too late to protect his support. Collapse has gone, Misha as well. Meanwhile, Amar flying, pacing, peeking. He can't get away from the Night Stalker, so he's going to have to jump on those trees and run. Do it! He's looking for the target. He brings down Yuragi, but he's going to give his own life for this as BZM's just blast. Assassin completely untouched. She's gonna rip through everyone, and it's gonna be the fight going. Push down the bottom tower, bait, move across the map. Wants to end. Look at this guy.
And he wants to bait out the I believe it.
It's OG turning up 3 heroes into the middle lane. They really want to tip.
Buybacks and then you go rush. I think that's the. At least the glyph is forced. It's I would even slightly they see you have Desolator on the Monkey King plus of a damage to 3-man the Roshan before they move in, and because you're doing that Roshan, you're giving all the info that OG needs, and then they can pick the targets they want to on. Like, one thing that I'm seeing Team Spirit is lacking in the last, let's say, 5-6 minutes is they're not protecting the Bane at all. Like, every single fight, he has like a ballpoint ball mark on that Bane, and he's just chasing him down.
Yeah, Amar, he wants to cut this Bane, and Maposhka, you know, he's a bit of a... No, I'm not cuddler. Not really getting choice this game.
Night Stalker.
Yeah. Amar the friendly. Oh, got a missile blade now finished up, and he's going for the nullify next as well. Yeah, he wants to be very, very friendly.
It's a shard now, refresher shard on Queen. BKB will have a cheese and the Lotus Orb completed on Weaver. The team a little bit for Team Spirit, unless they can do some incredible statistics clips. Hard one to come.
I feel like if they take on TA once, you can get it with the Wukong from the second life. You know, when you're playing against, it just feels a little less valuable. But look at Amar, he's always waiting where you don't expect him to. Looking, and you know, he's liking his pictures on Instagram.
Stalker, like a true Night Stalker.
Very good, very good. And now it begins. I mean, the TA's already lost about half the health. Doesn't want to pop the BKB on her first line. Suffer quite heavily for that. Is that going to cause it to pick away though? I doubt it. Now ult in the mid lane. Yeah.
I think they expect that to use his TA there, so that's why they let her get damaged that hard. But Taiga couldn't really find the angle to approach her, or he took a lot of time lapse into.
True. Yeah, the time she went positioning as well, couldn't it? Yeah, that's a great point.
Still though, they're farming away. There's the Aegis on 2.5 minutes. You could complete the Swift Blink if you wanted to. Or you can save for the buyback. It's one of the options on TA. I still have.
Yeah, it's always tempting to talk about Aegis, but of course, when the Aegis disappears and you don't have buyback, then you're like, pump the brakes a bit.
And you're so late in the game. It's 14-minute mark. So if you die and you don't have buyback, they could maybe even end the game. They don't truly have the deep. They're fast.
We're now 40 minutes deep in to what's been definitely one of the most interesting games of the tournament. Keep up an excellent fight here against Team Spirit, and 20k gold up. They are taking this game, but Team Spirit have 20k gold down, 30k gold down. Oh, you never count this team out. They just close to running out for, well, not really, still to do something, but what's in this high ground, Lizard?
Well, if you look at Team Spirit, they can't leave their base. So why force something if the enemy team is not getting anything out of the map for the last like 5 minutes? Not 5, let's say 3 minutes. This is very disciplined from OG. Now they might go for it.
Sleep up onto BZM, but the Lotus is out, which means that they can't really go for the grip to an Aegis target. That would just give OG basically swinging the doors over and laying out the red carpet for them to come high ground if they use the grip on BZM there. But they'll get some damage. Collapse just kind of tapping away at that refraction, getting it down. Meanwhile, Amar jumps into the backlines along with Yuragi here. They're trying to go for the Bane, but I'm not sure they're going to get it. Refraction up from the Queen of Pain as they're able to take it again. Targeting the support so damn hard as Collapse gets straight on the front lines as well. OG keeping a tight formation as I'll drop the hammer down onto Amar in the backlines. Toronto trying his best to take him down. Toronto trying to bring him down. He will be able to do that. Amar is dead, but Yuragi and BZM, they are still in the but they'll back themselves away. Wukong's kind of going to waste here, but also forcing OG out of their base. Tiger, meanwhile, on the high ground, he's rooted. He can take it down. He's got another time-lapse to work with, but will it be enough? I don't think so. Tiger's going to die. And look at this, blink forward from the OD. He's looking for Misha as well. They want to find another OG, they do lose 3 heroes inside this, but buybacks expanded from Team Spirit.
Yeah, they forced the buyback on Collapse, on Bane, and on Dark Willow. I think you're kind of fine if you're Team Spirit with this. You protected your side. TA has her Aegis now reclaimed as well. She does have a buyback, but at least you're not playing against Aegis anymore. It was very unfortunate for the Team Spirit as well, the way that fight started. The moment the Knight pops, I just love how fast they are on Team Spirit. OD instantly pops Shivas because he's expecting the Night Stalker to jump on him. Night Stalker, he doesn't go on the Bane this time around. Pull that dot, bottom lane.
Yep, Toronto Tokyo. Beat up the BZM with physical damage, forcing back Toronto Tokyo, but he's got teammates coming in. Yatora, he's getting on top of BZM right now. They've got a lot of damage to pump out onto this TA. I don't think she's got a way out of this one, and when that refraction is down, she just gets absolutely evaporated.
Now you have 90 to perhaps go and force this buyback. They want it for sure. Queen of Pain is still blinking behind. Perhaps she will try to creep skip here. However, look at him. Is he going? Ah man, he's so good. Like this is TI winner stuff right here.
You gonna get the grip? You're
no, because of the spell block. This is what messed with him in the high ground push as well. He actually took grip on Quap in the high ground push, and she had that spell block, so he wasted it. This time around, he didn't use it, but Ragi was a bit too fast.
At Ruddy 25 talent, eh?
Broken there, just normal, casual, not all strong at all.
How much does Lincoln's cost, by the way?
It's enough time. You just need enough time to get to that 40-minute mark, and 3 Lincolns for Queen of Pain.
And now the tier 4 items are coming out as well. I'm wondering if we're going to get anything special.